done this for a long time. Hello everybody and welcome back to Loripop Games. It's been a little while. I can't really remember what happened. I've had exams, so I've been a little busy. Oopsies, that's not what I meant to do. Let's load up. Oh, what one was it? Must be this one, right? Rise and shine. Yeah, we get rid of that one. Oh, I've forgotten the voices. Chirping birds. Yeah, that was it, right? Normally, this would be a good time to reflect upon the beauty of nature. But it's 6 a.m. I know them feels. Covering my head with the pillow, I slam my face into the mattress, hoping that the impact will send me instantly back to sleep. I'm not sure if violence is the way to go. It's futile. Yeah, I told you that. I toss and turn, but sleep simply won't return to me. Maybe get up and go for a run. That's something that we should be doing. All right, nature, you've won. See? I'm getting up now. Thanks for that. The lack of sleep weighs my mind down, and there's only one remedy for this. A nice, hearty breakfast. Still think you should be going for a run, mate. It would be nice to be the first person here. To be the first to dig into a piping hot pile of food, to sit wherever I desire. He's quite easily pleased, isn't he? It would have been nice. But even my exceptionally early start has put me behind the most diligent students. I guess there are quite a few people that have early starts here, for one reason or another. A group of students in sports clothes huddle around one table, eagerly discussing game plans in between inhaling great gulps of food. Inhaling food? That doesn't sound healthy. Scattered around the hall are a number of bleary-eyed students, probably suffering from the same ailment as myself. Noisy birds. And of course, there are the people that actually enjoy getting up this early, the ones with their bags stuffed with textbooks and completed homework. Nerds. It's hard not to despise people like that. You could just become a person like that. Even more so when you're tired yourself. Picking out a familiar face from the thin crowd, I head towards the nearest table. Lily sits alone, delicately feeling her way around a small plate of eggs with her fork. Well, she's clearly not a sports person, so you've just put her in the pile of people that you despise. Think about what you say, boy, before you say it. It's almost a shame to interrupt her and her clockwork movements. I wonder, is this how a blind person zones out? Simply moving in predetermined patterns learned over the years, just like how a sighted person would eat while reading a newspaper. Good morning, Lily. I didn't expect you to be here this early. Oh, Hisaya, you startled me. I didn't know you took breakfast this early. I don't. Oh my god, I knew he was going to say that. This is an exception to the rule. I'd greatly prefer to be late to school than early to breakfast. Lily gives a small sigh at my admitted tardiness as I begin eating my food. It doesn't take long for her to lapse back into her previous mindless nibbling. Each short motion lacks energy. I suppose this is similar to letting your eyes wander while performing any ordinary chore. But after a few repetitions of the find food, eat food cycle, Lily puts her fork and dabs her lips with a napkin. She puts it down, I mean. Hiseo, do you mind if I ask you a question? Damn. All I want is a little food and about 4 hours of sleep. And nobody says, can I ask you a question for a simple question? Sure. Yeah. Do you think of Hanako as a friend? Huh? This seems like a leading question. We knew it was going to be a difficult one. I guess so. Why do you ask? 'Cause she likes you as more than a friend. No real reason. Cheeky little smile. I do have another question, though. Why is it that you think of her as a friend? This is well above my pay grade. What is she expecting from me? I'm not really sure. I guess it's because she's a little different in the way she deals with people. Well, since I've known her, she hasn't really connected with anyone. She doesn't seem interested in other people, and I think people are a little scared off by her appearance. How would you know? Really? I thought that kind of thing was, well, discouraged here. Discriminating and such. If I were to put it one way, She furrows her brow in thought, a move which makes me slightly anxious as to what she's plucking from her mind. I'd say you're a little naive. Naive? I'd be insulted if not for the slightly cynical grin on her face. I see. What's that behind me? That's annoying me. Boom. Done. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. Unlike you. I see. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. While Yamaku has a strong sense of community compared to other schools, it's far from being free of conflict. Yeah, I know, I've witnessed that. Rules can't remove human nature after all, only suppress it. That's something I've noticed, actually. Just little things like how certain people and cliques avoid each other in the hallways. It's no different than my old school, really. Probably because these are still just normal people. Even Lilly and Shizune could be considered bitter rivals, even though they both seem like fairly accepting people. Well, at least the Misha-tinted Shizune does. Who knows what actually goes on with her fingers and behind her glasses. I guess you're right, but when I first came here, everything was a bit of a shock. I kept on making mistakes, or at least thinking I was making mistakes. Like when we first met and I said, I see, to you. Said it just then as well. I didn't know if it was considered rude or anything, so I tried to just put it in the back of my mind, treating people any differently and that kind of thing. So I didn't. I told myself that Hanako and you and everyone else was just normal, and I tried to ignore the obvious. I talked to Hanako as if she were any other person, and so we became friends. At least, that's how I think it happened. But, you know, I feel guilty just from saying something like that aloud, as if it took extra effort to think of Hanako or you or anyone here as normal people. I don't think that's right. Hiseo, I think you are naive, but I also think that you're a good person. It is perhaps one of your better traits. I suppose I can take that as a compliment. Tell me, are you free tonight? If you don't count homework, then I'm as free as the breeze. You should have gone with birds. That would have been ironic. In that case, would you care to join myself and Hanako for tea? I don't really have that much money at the moment, so going out isn't really... Oh, I didn't mean going out. Just here, this evening. You can access the classrooms in the evening here? No, that's not what I meant. Hanako and I often use my room for tea parties together. Please feel free to drop by after dusk. Is that allowed? Are girls and boys allowed in each other's rooms? Scandalous. Sure, I see no problem with that. What's your room number? 225, room 25 on the second floor. Okay, sure. Well then, I had best be off. I have class representative duties to attend to, after all. Until this evening, Hiseo. Yeah, catch you later. Hang on, was I just invited to a girl's room after hours? Is that even allowed? My question exactly. There is the curfew here, but I've never heard of any rules about visitors in the dorm rooms. Even still, this is enough to get my sleep-deprived brain jump-started. Yeah, girls. Add that to a lukewarm breakfast, and you have one hell of a pick-me-up. Typical. I grudgingly go to class, still a little excited at the prospect of breaking the rules. I feel like a little kid planning to sneak out of his window at night. Well, maybe that's going a little too far. And would you compare an invitation to a party to 6 or so hours of lectures? I know which one wins. Misha and Shizune do little to relieve my boredom either. For once, they seem determined to actually complete Muto's assignments. Shizune always wants to complete his assignments. What are you talking about? Nevertheless, the day eventually winds to a close. I hurry back to my room to wash up and comb my hair. Thankfully, I don't run into Kenji. No Kenji time! We don't ever get Kenji time these days. Before long, I'm leaving the boys' dorm. I wish we could have a proper view of that mural as well. I nervously rap on the door marked 225, checking my watch once again. Is that you, Hiseo? The door is open. You can come in. Lily's voice lilts through the door, and soothes my nerves. This is the first time I've been invited to a girl's room after dark. Wow. Even though I know there's no ulterior motive behind this invitation, I wouldn't be so sure about that. It doesn't stop my mind running wild with possibilities. One guy, two girls, in a dorm room, with a tea set. Yeah, it was going really well until the teapot. When I put it like that, it sounds a little dodgy. Giving a small sigh to steady myself, I gingerly put my hand on the handle and open the door, craning my head to see inside. What does it look like? Oh my god, they look so cute! This is the first time we've seen them out of uniform, isn't it? They look adorable. Look at them! Look at her room! Look at the tea set! How come only Lily has a cup? And how can Lily see us? She's staring right at us. The door opens completely, and I catch my first glimpse of Lily's room. Her furniture looks almost antique, but the bare walls and flat surfaces are barely decorated at all. Why would they need to be? She can't see anything. In the center of the room sits a low table, where I see a small tea set at rest. It seems that everything in this room has its place, possibly accepting the several piles of books stacked up against the wall. My sense of vision isn't the only one to be stimulated. The faint smell of something can be picked up in the air. Nail polish, perfume, makeup. It's hard to describe in any way other than girly. She's a girl. That might explain quite a lot. My eyes finish their quick sweep of the room before returning their position onto the girls. Look at her! She's adorbs! Lily sits next to the small table, wearing very dark blue pajamas. Dark blue pajamas with shorts that show off plenty of her alluring pale legs. Opposite her, Hanako sits adorned in a conservative light pink gown. You look adorable. I love you. Her hands are firmly fixed between her legs, her shoulders forward, and her head down, as if she's trying to hide herself in it. It would be easy for her to do. It looks about 2 sizes too big for her. It looks perfect. Waves of flannel flow from her frame, making her look like a child playing dress-up in her parents' clothes. She looks up to confirm my identity, and the beginnings of a thin smile creep across her face before vanishing so fast that I can't be sure they were ever there. Well, there's no point in you standing in the doorway, Hiseo. I take a step into the room, closing the door behind me. My, I'm afraid this really is a small room for the 3 of us. Would you like to take a seat? I slowly walk to the table and sit down, trying my hardest not to disturb anything along the way. I also can't help but steal a quick glance into Lily's top as I sit. What a little pervert. To be robbed of sight would be a most terrible fate. Yeah, it really would though. Not just because of the non-boob visuals, but just the visuals in general. Well now, how about some tea? Hanako, could you please pour? Why can't you? You've got hands, unlike some others. Use them. I mean, sure. Hiseo, would you like? I would love some tea. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine. Thank you. Lily finds it difficult to resist a smile at her companion's nervousness, something I can't really blame her for. Been a tiring day? Yeah. I relax at my place, opposite of the cabinet. To my left is the blue-clad Lily, and to the right sits the pink Hanako. The tea sits on the table looking cute as well as practical, painted red with a floral motif. It looks odd when contrasted with Lily's plain but generally sophisticated-looking furniture, which leads me to think that Hanako might have picked it out. There's a slight ting when Hanako accidentally clips the teapot on a cup as she's pouring. She breathes in sharply. She must be really nervous, as it's not the kind of thing anyone would really worry about. Hanako quivers at her mistake. It's okay, Hanako. There's no need to be nervous. Hanako seems to find some confidence in Lily's reassuringly soft-spoken words and deftly pours the next 2 cups. Here you are, Hiseo. Lily. Hanako carefully places a cup and saucer in front of Lily and myself. I could get used to service like this. It's certainly a whole lot better than Yuko's, that's for sure. Thank you, Hanako. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. Lily searches for her cup and upon finding it, sips delicately. I do the same. This tea tastes somewhat better than the tea we usually have at school. This is nice. It's so different from any tea I've had before. Looks like you picked the right one, Hanako. You've done well, even if it was a bold move. What, picking tea is considered a bold move? Hanako's smile returns, redoubled. Even with her blighted face, her shy smile can't be called anything but cute. It sure is. Look at her. I'm glad you like it. Hanako, finally being able to relax, sips from her cup. Oh, here we go. Gotta get mouth exercises ready for this. I think back to my chat with Misha the other day. Is Hanako's behavior something to be concerned about? Or is she just shy? And then there was Lily earlier this morning. The concern from both of them seemed to be genuine, and they know the situation better than I. But really, how could I possibly help? I'm no plastic surgeon. She doesn't need plastic surgery, she needs love for who she is, genuine love, not, oh, I'll love you once you change your face. No, just love for who she is. I can't really help her appearance, nor am I a psychologist who can make her more sociable. Again, she doesn't need to change. So, what the hell do Lily and Misha want me to do? It's frustrating. Hanako and I are quickly becoming friends on our own accord, and because of that, it's like everyone wants me to solve all of her problems, and I have no idea how to do that. No one can cure my heart, nor Lily's eyes, nor anyone who is here in this school. However, I see no harm in becoming better friends with Hanako. Now that she's warming up to me, I kind of enjoy hanging out with her. So, Hisayo, are you enjoying yourself? You seem to be in some sort of inner monologue. Are you alright? I'm in a room with two girls in their bed clothes. This is something to be enjoyed. Yeah, it's relaxing. Almost like I'm not in the school anymore. Do you do this often? Can I come, please? Every time. This is great. Quite often, but not as often as we make tea in the school building. Considering they do that nearly every day, that's not a big surprise. As I move to take another sip from my teacup, I find it sadly empty. That was delicious. Thank you, Hanako. Lily? You're welcome. Yes, you're most welcome, Hisayo. It's nice to have a third person here. Well, anytime you need someone to fill that position, I'm your man. Always. Please. This is great. This is giving me a reason to live. One must be sure to get one's point across in these circumstances. Lily lets loose a yawn, which she unsuccessfully hides with her hand. Pardon me. I think I'm getting a little tired. I think we're all a little tired. My, how astute we are tonight, Hanako. We really should head to bed. We all have classes tomorrow. Together, please. Yeah, I should go. Thank you for your presence, Hisayo. Thanks. You'll come again? Not even a whole army could stop me. I'm impressed by your determination, Hisayo. Sounds a little rapey, but we'll call it determination. Either way, you're right. We'd best get going. I stand up and make for the door. Hanako gingerly stands up behind me. I stop and face her. Are you coming with me? Hanako instantly blossoms into a full blush. No, this room isn't... I'm going back to my own room, you pivot. It's okay, I was only joking. Okay. Good night. Good night, Hanako. Good night, Hisayo. Night all. And with that, our tea party finishes. Kinji time! I'm not sure what it is that Lily wants me to do for Hanako, but I don't want to let her down. I wait until the door has closed behind us before turning to Hanako. Hey, Hanako, you don't have to be nervous around me or anything. I mean, we're friends, right? Right. We're friends. Just friends. Yeah. If you ever want to hang out or anything, just let me know. We still need to have that chess rematch, remember? Sure. but I don't think you'll win. Is she teasing? Is she having a little bit of bants with us right now? It wouldn't be any fun if it were easy. Hanako seems to give a muted laugh, but she could have just as easily been exhaling. Good night, Hiseo. With that, Hanako quickly retreats into her room, located next to Lily's. I start to walk back to my dorm, but the simple act of walking seems to drain me of my energy. I barely make it to my room before I'm hit with a wave of exhaustion. I kick off my shoes, falling into bed, and fall asleep by the time my head hits the pillow. Oh, that's the end. Okay. Well, tea party time. Success, I think. We had a bit of bants. We had a little cheeky smile from Hanako even. So guys, I think things are warming up a little. If you enjoyed that video, please give us a cheeky like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I shall see you next time. Janda!